Once Upon a Die is a twisted fantasy adventure podcast meant for adults. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Die. This is our homebrew D&D podcast. We've got a party of 5 and we have one GM, so there are 6 of us. My name is Sean McCallan. I am your host and also playing Jeff Buffgate, the halfling bard, business bard, who really loves money.
My name is Austin Wolf. I will be playing Charvalco, an Eladrin temporal trickster rogue, very young, with a heart of adventure.
My name is Jonathan Curran, and I will be playing Goon E. Makeshift. He is a rock gnome artificer. He is a short, hardy soldier with a whole lot to look forward to.
This is Grace Lee, and I'll be playing Melee, and she is a human warden, and that means she is basically a walking tank.
What's up, everybody? My name's Justin Tudhill. I'm going to be playing Halen Van Lichtenstein. He is a ranger, Eladrin elf. And, I mean, if you know anything about the Dunedain, it's pretty much, I just stole it.
My name is Cody White, and I will be DMing for this campaign. This is a homebrew world that actually me and Sean created together about a little over 10 years ago, and more than happy to be getting this in the works with some very fine people over here.
So as you heard, it is a homebrew campaign, so we not only use homebrew settings, we're also using some third-party / homebrew classes and equipment and items. So if you hear us talking about something that you don't recognize from the player's handbook, we probably made it up.
You'll be in my book, too, because I don't really know what anything is here.
Yeah, actually, it's Justin's first campaign, and I believe Austin's first campaign as well.
This is my first physical campaign. I've listened to more hours than I would like to ever admit of live play podcasts.
How many hours? Ballpark it.
I work construction, so 8 hours, 12 hours a day for the last year.
That's a lot of hours.
12 hours a day for the past year?
In the last year, I caught up on Crit Roll Campaign 1 and 2, NADPOD Campaign 1, and I think Dungeons and Daddies Campaign 1.
Dude, you're just losing your mind on these.
I am.
It's over 3.
I just
I thought I was listening to a lot, but
well, I mean, it's just like 8 hours of hanging drywall and building walls, and then the drives, and I don't know. It's just
get in there, bro. You gotta love what you love.
Yeah, I do. This is a dream come true for me.
Hear a joke and just loudly start laughing in the middle of the construction site, and everyone's like, looks over at you.
It's generally just me there. So
solo.
But I'm pretty good at controlling it. I keep it calm.
How bad have you messed up while laughing at a podcast?
I haven't. I actually mess up more at work when I'm not listening to it.
Oh, you need just something else. If you're focusing too hard, it doesn't work out.
You gotta keep loose.
The stories keep me
relaxed.
in a good, calm state at work where I just flow. I just flow.
Nice. Now you're going to be somebody else's flow.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Charvalco, let me be your flow.
Char. That's my favorite thing to say for your name, bro.
That's not canon. That's not canon.
That's not canon. Come gather around, everyone, and I will tell you a story. Long ago, at the beginning of time, 2 immense forms of energy collided and broke apart, forming the universe as we know it. Now, from the shards of these energies emerged the first gods, the Godfather Matamon and the Demon Daddy Krungle. As more and more gods and anti-gods formed over time, A collective effort brought about the forming of the sphere and the creation of the mortal races. Although, as siblings often do, Madamon and Krungle clashed in an ultimate war which nearly destroyed the sphere. Madamon offered a ceasefire to discuss ending the war, and after a debate that stretched out for eras, second only to the Senate itself, the Treaty of the Gods was written into effect. While there were many clauses and laws within the treaty, one statement stood out from the rest. Gods and anti-gods shall not take corporeal form on the sphere. While this testament bound the gods and anti-gods from walking the sphere, many were able to find loopholes that allowed them to interact with the material plane, and thus religion was born. While many mortals flocked to the godfather Madamon or the goddess of wisdom Sibia, there were still many others who went on to more abstract gods, such as Tessia, the godchild of luck, or Tiberius, the potato god. After interacting with the mortals for eras, the gods and anti-gods formed strong relationships with many of their followers. Sometimes too strong, as demigods began appearing across the sphere. A new age of the mortal races began on the sphere, and as if following in their gods' footsteps, a massive war broke out between every country on the sphere. It began between the two main superpowers of the world, the Generic Empire and the Meradria province. Separated by the massive inner sea, the two countries had strongly opposed viewpoints and cultures. While the Meragians valued harmony between the diversity of their different regions, the Generics valued order and a set of laws to be followed throughout the Empire. When the Generics started expanding, an offer was made to the Meradrians to join the Empire. The Meradrians, they didn't want none of that shit. The resulting Great War ended when a magical bomb wiped the capital city of Meradria, Denketsu Bay, off the map. A choking blight spread throughout the Meradria province, forcing its people to evacuate to the north. A great crystal wall was built to hold back the encroaching blight and an endless swarm of horrors from spreading to the rest of the sphere. It has been over 500 years since the Great War ended. The Generics have spread most of their influence across the sphere, and many countries are under the Empire's thumb. As class inequality grew rampant, countless rebellions formed, but after multiple failed uprisings, a flurry of laws were put into place to control magic use. Many cannot even use a spell of healing without the proper permit. It is the summer in the 546th year of the 7th era, in the capital city of the Generic Empire, the Imperial City. This large city rests on the northern shore of the Buckingham Lake and is bisected by the Scythe River. To the east of the river, the city is rich and vibrant, consisting mostly of stone buildings and paths, while the west side of the river is beaten down and poor. The buildings here are of rotten wood and the paths moldy dirt. However, today the entire city is buzzing with excitement, as it is the first day of the Tournament of Eras, a contest of skills for people from all around the sphere. we're going to go ahead and zoom in to the main tavern on the poor side of town, the Rusty Coat Hanger. This is a large building with large grain mills that feed into what you could only imagine what kind of alcohol is distilled in these things. Just rusty tin cans of fermenting tanks. And this ramshackle tavern sits in between them. And you can see a human woman. Would you like to describe your character, Grace?
Let's see, I'm about 5'6", 194 pounds of all pure muscle. Long hair, which I tend to keep just long because I like it that way. Pretty standard story, nothing too exciting or, adventurous. Got a mom and a dad, sister. Sister's got married. Half-orc husband and everything. Came to the big city, big dreams, that sort of thing. But then, life happens. And now I'm here working in the rusty coat hanger. And you know what? I'll tell you a couple of things about living here. First, get 2 drinks. First is to get you fucked up. The second is to forget the taste of the first drink. And, so I spend my days just doing jobs here to there. Bouncers, guards, escorts. Escort a drunken noble kid home sometimes. I don't know. I just try to get through my day.
Melee is on the tail end of her shift at the Rusty Coat Hanger. It's about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. You just had a night full of every drunk from every country that you could ever think about. And you're tired, obvious, but the thing is, you did hear about a job at the Buckingham Arena from another one of your bouncer buddies, Crutch. He said that they're looking for extra security detail, and you find yourself sitting, getting ready to close up your shift, and the bartender is just sitting there, cleaning up, and just, how you doing there, Melee? You all right?
Doing all right. Can't say the same for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, who would have thought that Tabaxis had such great aim with their tankards, right?
Yeah, I guess that's why Tabaxis, cat-like reflexes.
Can't say the same for me. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. Oh, you thinking of taking that job that Crutch was talking about?
I don't think he's told me how much he's paying yet.
I don't think I could handle another black eye myself. So, I mean, I'm probably just gonna go get me some sleep. You mind locking up?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You're the best. You know him actually by his name's Don. He leaves rubbing his eye. You kicked everybody out about an hour ago. So where are you gonna go from here now that your shift is over?
I'm gonna see if I could find this guy Crutch, one of my fellow mercenary bodyguard buds, bouncer buds, and just talk to him about the job. I think I'm gonna take it.
I imagine you probably know where he lives. He lives on the Crooks Creek area that is to the western side of the river. You go up to his door and you knock on it, but there doesn't seem to be an answer.
Crutch! I'm looking for Crutch, it's me. Cover?
Oh, shit. One second, cover. I'll be right out. And you see Crutch barge through the door. He's about 5'11", just built like a brick shit house. Bald dude. Bit of his ear is missing, and he has a large scar across his neck. Yeah, what's up, Cover? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just here about the job.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was just resting up, long night last night.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Tabaxis.
Want to head over there right now? Is that what you're thinking?
Might as well, I mean...
Alright. He closes the door behind him. He shuffles out. And, you head up across the Buckingham Bridge. That's the northernmost bridge closer to the walled side of the city. And it leads you off in directly to the Buckingham Arena, a gigantic coliseum that is just brand spanking new. You just see a bunch of advertisements for different things like door shop general goods, everything an adventurer needs at a low, low price. And you go up to a line that you can see a very obvious sign that says security. And you see a fully ironclad guard taking a roster, and there's only a couple people there at the moment. It's pretty early in the morning. The guard asks, like, all right, name?
May, Lay, or Cover, Crutch sent me?
Proper name.
May, Lay.
May Lay, and you're here for security detail, I imagine?
Yeah,
Freelancer, I suppose?
sure.
All right, sign here if you would, please. Thank you. You're going to be reporting to Xavier Darlock. He's the head of IHOP, and he is overseeing all of the security details. Thank you for choosing to work for Buckingham Arena. Have a nice day. And you go along, and you go into tight quarters, and it's just a bunch of random people. They're getting different armors on, oiling their weapons. And we're going to zoom in to Austin. We're going into the Glums. Now, this is a ramshackle, compact part of town. Shacks built on shacks built on shacks. Like, people just trying to get by. Farmers, servants, all of the serfs live in this slum. Charvalco, go ahead and tell me a bit about your character.
So Charvalco is 6'2", skinny, but with like a strong runner, free runner type build. He has a very long, like mid-back, beautiful, very full set of white, grayish, silvery hair, like a wolf's mane. He has very deep blue eyes, bluish purpley skin, and he is currently packing to get ready for the events at the Buckingham Arena.
You are getting ready, getting a few of your things together, and you hear a bunch of the rabble-rousers around. You can hear a few children playing outside your shack in the tiny little cul-de-sac that you live in. You hear a knock come at the door.
I walk up to the door, and I peep through the peephole. Who do I see?
You see your neighbor. It's a guy by the name of Fargo.
I open the door, but I just enough to peek my eyes outside.
He automatically shoves his nose in. Hey, Charvalgo! Hey, you awake?
Fargo, what are you doing? I told you not to come at my house during the daytime.
Sorry, Charlie. I mean, I mean,
Hurry up, get inside.
he shuffled and like just scampers in, and he's like, so I looked into that guy that you told me to, Targus. Like, was that his name, Targus?
Yeah, Targus. What did you find?
I found out he's staying here. He's staying at the Stone Star Inn. I mean, I saw the guy. He matched the description. I mean, he's got a room over there. I know he's staying there.
Interesting. Do you know what floor?
It was on the 3rd floor.
You're positive nobody saw you, right? And definitely positive that nobody followed you here.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody followed me here. Like, come on. Like they would have been just following me to my house. And I mean, you're my neighbor, but like it doesn't mean they're necessarily going to be coming after you, right? I mean,
Fargo, you're doing that high-pitched voice thing that makes me really lose confidence in what you're saying.
About there, like it's like I'm totally like know that nobody followed me here, and like by the way, I mean I slipped all around all the back alleys on the way here.
It doesn't matter. You did good. Thank you. This is huge, and if all goes well today, which we pray it does, I won't be here much longer.
He shuffles his feet a little bit. He's like looking down at the ground, and he's like, You said you'd give me some coin for this.
Here's a gold piece.
Thanks, Char. And if you need anybody else to look for anything, you know I'm good for it. I'm one with the shadows. Like nobody can see me, even in the daytime.
Of course, Fargo. Before you go, here's another gold piece. I know you and Fergal are having a hard time.
Thank you. Times are rough, you know.
You've been a very good friend, Fargo. Thank you.
Tessia be with you. All the luck.
Okay, I need you to leave and be one with the shadows. Nobody can see you in daylight, all that. I gotta get ready to go.
He looks you very seriously in the eye and just got it. And he looks out the door before leaving and very quietly and purposefully closes it behind him, and you can hear him scuffling up against the wall as he leaves, and
I just shake my head. He was most definitely followed.
So from here, you notice that there was a cash prize for Tournament of the Era contestants. Anybody who made a place was able to get a gold reward. And you figured that this would be a fantastic way to get a little nest egg, something to get you some rations, some armor. So you leave your hut and you go towards the arena, and you see a giant banner just speckled with sequins, Tournament of Eras, contestant entry. You see the guy up at the front, and he's like, "Hi, are you gonna be signing up today?"
Yes.
Okay, and which contest were you going to be signing up for? I'm sorry, this is my first day.
That makes two of us, I guess. I don't know. I thought there was just one competition. There's multiple.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of different contests that are being held. There's an obstacle course. There's a magical glyph course. There's a relic course. There's a stealth course, and there's the one that I'm most excited about, the talent show.
Talent show? That seems a little out of place.
Well, it's for the greatest and best people of the entire sphere. I mean, if it's all just physical feats, I mean, well, then what would the mages have after all? Like, I mean, and like imagine like all of those amazing bards. I mean, I heard, okay, you didn't hear this from me. but Justine Bieber is going to be performing in the talent show, and I'm so excited for it. I get free tickets into the Coliseum, and he starts rambling off full fanboy status over Justine. And I hear that he's going to be bringing on a bunch, a full team of Eric Cochran belly dancers. And if you haven't seen that, they do things with their feathers that you would not imagine. Now,
Sign me up for the stealth competition and the obstacle course.
okay, the stealth competition and the obstacle course. What's your name?
Call me Char.
Char. Just Char?
Yes.
All right. Figured you for a flame mage would have gone for the glyph course, but okay. Obstacle course and stealth course. And he gives you an itinerary for what times that those respective events are going to be, and we're going to go ahead and zoom back out and go into the dock side. There are a number of frigates and trade vessels and numerous transport vessels from all across the sphere. They've been dispatching people, and we're going to go off to John. Tell me a bit about your character.
I am a 3'8" rock gnome. I have short, sandy brown, shaggy hair that's kind of in like a messy part. He's like always covered in sweat, and he's got blacksmithing like soot on his arm. And he does not he doesn't seem happy where he's at, but he is looking for somebody in earnest. He has goggles on. They're a bluish green hue. He has a cochlear implant in his right ear that has kind of like some frayed wiring hanging from it. It doesn't look like it looks like it's being held together with essentially duct tape, and he's constantly fidgeting with it. He has a big old Wild West mustache and bushy beard to go with it. And there's little like copper wire braids woven into his beard. He's a soldier, so he's got like a dark leather tunic. It's really tight on his body. He has nothing covering his arms, so you can see that his left arm is metal. It's completely made of metal. His cloak looks like it's the size of like a human's cloak that would come down to like just to your waist, just cover your back. But because he's a gnome, it's literally like a full cloak that he can like hide his proportions and stuff. It kind of makes him look really ambiguous. And he's got his hood up, and he's keeping a really low profile as he's walking around the docks.
You notice that most of the docks are basically funneling into a main building, and it seems to be almost like a customs-like area. And you wait in line, and you come upon a gnome as well with glasses and stringy hair with a pompous hat. You can see he's on a stool that is meant for a human. And he's standing there, and he looks at you. Hello, gnome. Name?
You want my name? Of course. My name's Arnold.
And what country do you hail from?
I don't know. Who are you not at war with? I'm one of the good guys? Question mark.
That's going to be our first roll, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and give me either a perception or a deception roll.
Oh, I'm not doing either of those. You said perception or...
Persuasion or deception.
It's a 0.
No pressure.
That's a big old 12 there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a 12. We got a 12.
Not bad, not bad.
It can, it can beat some things and lose to others.
He kind of looks you up and down, and he's like, Drifter, I see. Yes.
Yep. Drifter. That's me.
There's quite
Arnold.
a few of those these days.
Do you
I
need
understand.
my surname is Drifter. Arnold Drifter.
Oh,
You
that's
need my
actually... I can put that in. That's good. Very well, Mr. Drifter.
Very well.
Enjoy your
Mr.
stay at the Imperial City, and if you would please don't cause any trouble.
No trouble here, sir. You be good. On your way.
He kind of looks at you like, I've got to stay. And the next person comes up and he just goes off back into his spiel of name, business or pleasure, and country of origin. And you are past the docks. You see a large warehouses directly in front of you, and you can see factories beyond them. There's a lighthouse over to your left upon a large hill, and you can see a bazaar to your right. What direction do you feel like going?
I kind of want to check out the warehouse, like a cat's curiosity towards the warehouse.
You come up upon the gates of the warehouses, and you see two Imperial guards, both with halberds, just standing, holding the line, and not speaking to each other. They look quite focused. They give you a look, and they're like, as you approach and come closer to the gates, they're like, yes, can we help you?
What you got in there? Big old rigs, what are we looking at? Big old 40s, 50s, big old 100-inchers. You got big old boom booms in there?
Are you talking a different language? I like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you had like the machines, the big old machines. I thought this was a warehouse. Sorry.
You go along you go along the wall, and you see large factories that just like smokestacks billowing out smoke. You see multiple smithies and woodworkers, and you can see a couple of different what seem to be like office-like buildings. Do you want to go into any like of these at random, or do you want to talk to some of the workers that...
I will go to the offices in hopes of finding either like a map of the arena, like if I could get like a blueprint, not of the city, but specifically of the arena area, or any sort of documents of importance in terms of like machines of war, that type of stuff that I'm looking for.
You head into one of the offices. It's
Discreetly.
very, very like just like you belong there almost. It's just like
I'm working hard or hardly working, eh, Mac?
Excuse me. And you see a woman at the desk with curly long hair.
Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How can I help you?
Oh, I was, no help needed. Just, was here to pick up some stuff for, what's his name? The guy with the foreman? The tall lizard-looking guy?
She looks at you like she's giving you a hearty side eye, and she's like, listen, I'm not allowed to just hand out things to people willy-nilly around here. Like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Evidently, you haven't been here, otherwise you would know the turnover rate here is very high. Matter of fact, I've already put in my 2 weeks notice, and frankly, I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm all for not giving shits. So, if you don't care, could I have
I don't give a shit about this company, but I do give a shit about myself. And, if somebody happened to find out that I just gave you these papers, that falls on me. And I am not going to have some stupid Imperial guards coming up.
While she's rambling, I'm going to take this little spherical ball that I have and press a button and roll it to the end of the hallway.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
That sucks. 11.
You try to roll it past, and it makes a nice loud couple clanks as it bounces. And she's like, what in the fucking hell is that? She looks at it, and
It starts blinking and making a bunch of noise, really loud.
She starts fucking scrambling the hell out of there. She runs right the fuck out. Fuck this. I'm not paid enough of it. And fuck my 2 weeks. It's unpaid vacation. I don't care. Fucking write me up. I don't give a shit.
Open the door for her and let her run out. And then I'm gonna, as quickly as possible, I want to look and try and find any sort of blueprints of the arena or anything to that effect. A sewer, even blueprints of the sewers underneath.
Investigation.
Okay. 19.
19. You find blueprints to...
Oh, that's a 23.
So you find a few different scrolls. One perfectly shows off the street system of the Imperial City, as well as the sewer system, the waterways. You can also see the blueprints for the Buckingham Arena.
I'm going to take them, put them in my cartographer's map case, and GTFO.
You can go ahead and add that to your equipment. And are you going to go in the way of the arena?
I'm going to the arena. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and zoom out again. We're at the east gate of the Imperial City on the rich side of town. And large stone gates, beautiful markets, and a very large inn called the Stone Star Inn. Halen? You're coming into the East Gate after quite the trek. Tell me about your character. Describe him for me real quick.
Halen Van Lichtenstein. I have too many wrinkles on my face from my age of 87 as an Eladrin. Purplish blue skin, more toward the purple. Matted hair, unlike those other beautiful elves of my race, and everything on me is just utilitarian. My cloak, matted and torn, but it gets the job done better than something else would.
As you cross the city gates, you see multiple guards patrolling the streets. A large crowd outside of the Stone Star Inn. Everybody seems like they have been getting completely wasted, and it's morning. Just everybody seems to be in a relatively good mood, but no one seems to be paying attention to you, particularly. Where are you headed? Is this your first time in the Imperial City?
This is my first time in the Imperial City, but I am headed to the stadium.
Okay, and it's very easy to spot. It towers over most of the market district, so it is definitely in view and easy to navigate to. So you make it there with relative ease, and you come upon the giant walls of the Buckingham Arena. You can see multiple different lines. It seems that they are starting to open the gates to allow spectators in. And there are also multiple security lines. There's also a sequined line for contestants that you can spot. Which way are you going to go?
Contestants.
Hi, you looking to sign up?
Yes, I'm here on behalf of the Blight Watch.
He immediately looks taken aback. He shuffles in his seat a little bit. He's like, Blight Watch, huh? Are you, with the Order?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Name?
Halen van Lichtenstein.
Halen von...
Van.
You can see he scribbles Lichtenstein?
No need to be scared.
Right.
Never spoken to a watchman before?
Well, no, I can't say that I have, but I've heard a lot of stories about them, and, well, they're not meant to be very, friendly folk, if you catch my meaning.
They just sound like stories to me.
What events would you like to sign up for?
It looks like you have stealth. I'll do one of those.
Stealth?
You have anything with acrobatics?
Well, yeah, the obstacle course would be a good fit for you, I would bet. A little bit of running, jumping, you gotta dive under a few things, and, if you're a little bit dexterous, I bet you'll be able to get through it just fine.
I'll do the obstacle course, too. How many can you sign up for?
Huh?
How many can you sign up for?
Well, you can sign up for all of them if you want.
Are you penalized for losing any?
Well, no, but, I mean, other than, do a really bad job, you might bring shame on your country, but you of course wouldn't bring shame on your country. You're part of a great order of angry undead fighting knights.
Did any of those stories call us great?
Great?
Who's in the talent show?
Well, there's going to be some great talent. I really shouldn't be talking about it, though.
Come on.
Really, there's gonna be some really big names.
It's your first time talking to a watchman.
Well, that's true. You gonna hurt me if I don't tell you?
It's up to your imagination.
Well, I heard that, Justine Beaver's going to be playing. Everybody's heard of Justine Beaver.
Do they juggle?
Well, they don't juggle, but he dances, and they sing so good, and they put on a light show that I don't know how they do it, but they have some amazing mages on their team, and
so everyone expects them to win.
Well, if I were betting on it, I would put my money down on it.
Sign me up for the talent show.
Talent show, okay. Hey, just between you and me, what are you gonna do?
Maybe I'll practice torturing.
Like, his lips just go thin, so thin that they disappear, and you see a single bead of sweat just kind of trail down his brow onto his cheek and fall down, making a nice little into the notebook that he's writing on. Well, everybody has their own talent, right? Well, good luck in the tournament. Here's your itinerary, and the first event is going to be in about an hour, and that's going to be the obstacle course. So you're going to want to you can go right down this way to the staging area and get yourself ready.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Melvin.
Melvin, I need to sign that, don't I?
He gives you the quill, just a beautiful cartography of signature, and he's actually quite impressed by it, and he wasn't expecting that from someone as rough as you. And he's like, good luck there, Halen. See you up from the stands. Well, I'll be rooting for you in the obstacle course, but sorry, Beaver's gonna take the talent show.
Well, I'll be looking out for you, so you better be there.
His eyes dart directly into his notebook, and he's just like, next person, please, next person, into the line. And
You go down into the hall into a staging area that is just full of different contestants that are getting themselves ready. And we're going to once again zoom out, and we zoom into the market trapezoid. We are right in the thick of the city, right next to the towering Buckingham Arena, and multiple markets line the streets. Beautiful stone buildings and of every wear and service imaginable. And we come into this shop. Jeff Buffgate, why don't you go ahead and describe yourself and your shop?
So yes, we go into Buffgate's. It's the one of the fanciest shops right across from the arena. Inside is a halfling. He's got slicked back, like very light brown hair, very fancily dressed. He's got, a flowing open collared shirt. He's wearing a vest, very fancy. He's like the height of fashion. Currently, he is outfitting a young human. Next to him is his father. He's handing him a spear. He's putting on a big breastplate that's way too big for him.
You can see the father is just kind of, he seems a little distant.
Now trust me, your boy is gonna be. Nobody is gonna get past him wearing this breastplate. This breastplate is impenetrable.
Dad,
he's gonna grow. Don't worry, it's gonna last forever. He's gonna grow into it. And spear, you're gonna need the buff spear.
Dad, the armor is too big. Son, I already told you that you will grow into it. Remember? What were you saying about his some sort of spear?
Yeah, you're gonna need the buff spear. All right, it's got range. These guys, they're suckers for the range. They want to get in close. The range keeps them far away. Outreaches all those swords.
I don't understand all of the fighting.
Don't worry about it. You let me handle that.
How much is all of this going to be running me?
Well, you're in luck. We're doing a special right now. It's gonna be 500 gold for the whole thing.
500 gold.
You're getting a super deal here.
He picks at the spear a little bit, and imagine that you use a lot of different fabrics. Perhaps we can work out some sort of deal. Maybe I give you a bit of fabric at, let's say, 90% of wholesale value. You give me a bit of a discount, say, 50%.
Oh boy, 50%. That's gonna be a tough one. I'll tell you what. How about I throw in the shield for free? He's gonna need the shield. They got lots of archers entering the tournament this year. And your boy, he's the perfect size. All he has to do is just crouch. Shield will cover the whole body.
The kid is just tugging at him. He's like, "Come on, Dad, come on." It's like, all right, fine.
The winnings that he can get from this tournament, this is just a small investment.
Right. 500 gold. I have to run this by my significant other. If you wouldn't mind putting these items on hold until this time until tomorrow, it would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, I can totally do that for you, but the tournament's coming up real soon. You're gonna want to get those papers signed.
Well, we have a few days. This is only the first day, and tomorrow is the jousting tournament, and I mean...
You want a horse? I can get you a horse.
I've got a horse. Thoroughbred. Please. Yeah, Chester is 4 times my size. He bucked me off yesterday. Yes. But he's not going to buck you off tomorrow now, is he, Billy? No, he's not. And, he shifts his too large helmet up to make a clear view at his dad. And he's got a big old smiling grin on his face.
I take him out. I'll say, hey, so I'll let you in on a little secret. We do offer a slight service on the lances. If you're interested, I guarantee you one hit and the match is over.
Well, once again, I must run this by my wife. Now, I would certainly take this into consideration. What number are we talking about for the service?
Super cheap is just 50 gold per lance.
All right. Very, very well.
But guaranteed 1 round knockout.
1 round knockout. Very good. Very good indeed. I will send one of my servants down to give you my decision after my wife has agreed. And we will be back tomorrow to retrieve our goods.
Brilliant. I'll keep everything nice and fresh for you.
Come along, Billy. And he tags along with his father as he goes out the door.
I'm just shit-eating grin the entire time as they're walking out.
And you go off, and you hear another jingling come in of the market door opening, and you see a familiar face. He's about knee height, any age you could tell, but he's definitely been around.
Knee height to me as a halfling?
Looks like almost like a raccoon. Got very long hair that is graying out at the ends, but there's still a very red hue. And he looks at you with beady eyes and with a toothy grin. So, Mr. Buffgates. Settling in, I see.
Red, pal, how you doing?
Oh, doing just fine. Business is booming, after all, with all of the tourism in town. I imagine you're doing quite well for yourself.
Oh yeah, I've already got some sales on lock. Just gotta wait for him to come and pick them up.
I just came by to just make double sure about our contract, and that you will be paying back your 1,000 gold rate with interest.
Of course, sir. I even got the insurance paperwork right here. And I pull a an insurance application out of my pocket.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so glad you decided to take my advice on getting insurance. You never know what's going to happen. It seems pretty empty for midday, don't you think?
Some of these customers, they really like their privacy. It's one of the many perks of shopping at Buffgates.
I have a suggestion for you. Perhaps you may want to send out some flyers out into the arena. More advertising is always good business.
I did put in a request to get some advertising at the arena. Haven't heard back yet. I'm hoping for a big announcement in the middle of the tournament.
I've got a little surprise, a little gift for you, and as a gift for my new tenant.
Oh, Red, you're too kind.
It's a sign of good faith for good business. After all, I don't want your business going out of business because that's bad for business. Well, I just wanted to stop by. I'll be back to see how you're doing in the next few days.
I'll always be here. I'm sure I'll have plenty of customers pulling these items off the shelf.
And you're left there alone. A few hours go, it seems like there's not any business coming through over multiple hours. You see people passing by back and forth, and nobody seems to be going. Everybody seems to be going straight for the arena, funneling in by the masses.
So as I see that, I start to gather some of my my items, like weapons and armor pieces, into a special cart that I had made, and I close up. I put up a sign that says "See Buffgate Wares in the arena," and I start like wheeling my cart into the arena.
We've got everybody introduced now. First event of the arena. Multiple people are coming in, and the entire arena fills up to the brink, to where there's only standing room. People are cheering. There's a couple fights breaking out over spilt drinks, and you're all in different areas at this point. But you hear the announcer come up.
Before anything happens, during the day while we were waiting, I will rush back up to the guy who signed me in. I'll sneak up and whisper in his ear, "Hey, I need you to change my name."
Just change your name?
Yes, I have a stage name of sorts.
Oh, got it. Yeah. What's your stage name?
Targus.
All right. I'll go ahead and make sure that that's in. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome, but Targus. He gives you a wink.
I give him a wink, and I turn around, and I slink back in the shadows.
This guy in a giant top hat, and he comes out into the middle of the arena, and in a booming voice that echoes, "Welcome to the Buckingham Arena! This is the grand reopening, and we have called the Tournament of Eras. And people from around the sphere have come to test their mettle and prove their worth to their countries, to show who is number one." And cheers erupt across the audience.
Yeah!
Woo! Our first event will be the obstacle course. And he raises his hand, and multiple columns and obstructions and spikes, nets, magically raise from the sandy pit and up into the main arena complex. Now, allow me to explain the rules. We have 8 contestants for the obstacle course, and each of these contestants will be racing to the very end at the same time. First one to cross will be the winner. I know we had at least 2 contestants. That's going to be Halen and Charvalko. We didn't have anybody else, correct? Okay, so let me go ahead and explain the mechanics for this obstacle course. There are going to be basically 3 acrobatics rolls and 2 athletics rolls, representing the different multitude of obstacles that you're going to be crossing.
2 what?
2 athletics rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's dex and strength based.
Basically.
Gosh darn it.
Where are you based?
I have a bunch of decks.
Yeah, you can choose decks.
Oh, okay. I can choose?
Yeah, right, you choose.
No.
Nah, we just roll.
Don't listen to me, I make shit up.
For acrobatics, it's going to be, I believe, dex off the top of my head, and then strength for athletics. So you're going to be using both your strength, basically, and your dex, basically. You're going to be doing the 3 acrobatics and 2 athletics. A nat 20 will reward a 15 to, or will award 5 to your score. A nat 1 will subtract 5 from your total score. We're going to add up your 5 values. Whoever has the highest value at the end of this basically gets a first, second, and third prize respectively. Go ahead and make your athletics or your acrobatics rolls, gentlemen.
17.
17. Very nice.
13.
Next is athletics.
10.
9.
And go again for an acrobatics this time.
24.
23.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go for our last athletics roll.
Got a 5.
I got a 4.
Oh no! You go out towards the sprint, and both of you take a little bit of a stumble. Were either of those natural
I get
ones?
that. I get that jiggly ankle.
Yeah,
like,
it runs in the race, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You step on your ankle instead of your foot.
You jump across these these heightening pillars with absolute precision and ease, and then as soon as you hit the sprint, it's just roll your ankle, just cramps. Oh, I'm not doing good. Oh,
I was just running faster than my feet could take me. That's the problem.
Yeah, just straight up Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. Just
Yeah. And the last acrobatics?
Last acrobatics, everyone.
This is it for the money.
Oh.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And Halen?
9.
Yes!
All right.
Dude, we're like neck and neck.
No, that last one put you way
you
over
rolled
the edge.
higher than I did the first few times.
You went up by 11 on the last one. But there's only 2 people in it, so we get
No,
first
there's
and second.
There's 8.
What?
Yep, there's 8 people. There's 6 other people
We can still
besides
lose,
you two.
technically.
You can still lose.
There are computers.
Who are they? Get them out of here. I killed them before. I didn't tell you. I killed them all before we started.
All 3 of you pass at the exact same time.
No, we don't. What?
Not Halen, but you,
okay.
Charvalco,
Okay.
Charvalco, and 2 other
What a great way to
contestants
phrase
pass
it.
at the exact same time. And you hear the announcer just did anybody get that? I'm going to go ahead and do a roll off for everybody. Pure luck check.
Do you want me to roll off?
I want you to roll off.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I got a 16. Is there plus anything? Just pure luck.
Just pure luck.
Okay.
Charvalco came in first place for the obstacle course with a total of 71, which I ran a lot of these numbers beforehand, and there were literally 2 others that got 71. And yeah, so congratulations,
so
Tessia blessed you. The god of luck is looking after you for sure. You won by a literal hair. Straight out of Little Rascals. You you had one illustrious lock that was just
That anime hair that goes forward before the face.
You're telling me the Eladrin hair that he has that I didn't get is what got him the win?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
Cookie crumbles.
You're dead. to me.
The officials have officially spoken. Targus from the Imperial City is our obstacle course winner, and cheers across. And there's a couple of mild jeers, but most everybody is cheering.
That was me. He was doing me.
Yes, that was you.
That was me.
Shut up, Halen.
Who said that? Melvin?
Yeah, you know it.
I'm gonna zoom into melee. You are on a guard duty, basically you're holding off one of the main entrances to the main complex at the arena, where most of the contestants file through to reach the event center. And I want you, you're looking across the crowd, just kind of scanning, and Give me either an investigation or a perception check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Crit fail.
Oh,
Yes.
boy!
Yes.
That's going to be, that actually allows me to implement one of our main house rules. Basically, whenever you roll a crit fail, you will get the result of that crit fail and gain an inspiration to do better. You're going to go ahead and get an inspiration die. For people who are not in the know, that is going to give Melee an advantage on one of her rolls.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Can we use the inspiration for the role we currently did?
No.
No.
Yeah, you if you get your one, you have to take your one result.
Got
Unless you're halfling.
it. Unless you're
And then that's it.
Correct.
And then that's
Correct.
in the book.
So, you're looking across the crowd, and you see a person jump across the border. You see him because he jumped directly above you and fell on top of you. And he falls down on you. He's just like, sorry, miss. Are you?
Can you just get off of me?
Yes, of course. Sorry. Some asshole pushed me off.
Do you have your ticket?
I have it somewhere around here. Yes. He holds out just a slip of paper.
I inspect the slip of paper. Gonna do a insight. So 17.
17. This ticket's fake.
Sorry, dude, I can't let you in. You gotta get a ticket.
But I was already here. I was in the stands. Like,
Look, buddy. Like, if you gotta get it. You had to have a piece of paper saying you can go in. Otherwise, I can't let you in. I got tons of people wanting to come in, and this is the entrance. So
make a strength roll. He's gonna try to get away from you.
that's a 7.
You see, he bolts off towards the center of the arena. You grab hold of his arm for a second, but he immediately brings his foot off and kicks you off and is able to get free. And he immediately strips down completely naked as the day he was born. But you wouldn't be able to tell because this is one hairy-ass man. He has braids on his back. And he's running up, like, spreading his arms, and multiple guards at this point are trying to pick him up. He runs into one of the people that are setting up the stealth course that is, like, almost finished. Finally, somebody catches them. And, like, he's just laughing, and he's like, none of this even matters anyway, right?
Get him out of here. Just let's just get him out of here, right? Let's.
Like, you escort him off. Like, you actually personally escort him off yourself because you feel a little bit obligated at this point.
Look, dude, just not here, man. Just.
Yeah, you go off and you end up kicking him right out the gate, and we're gonna go into the next event now. Next event is the stealth course. Let me go ahead and give you some more expose on the mechanics of this little game.
Just to be clear, we just threw a naked man out into the streets, like just outside the arena.
With his clothes, he threw his clothes with him too. He can put his clothes back on.
I mean, like, come on, man, you gotta go, not here.
Didn't he willingly rip his own clothes off?
Go be naked in a different poker space.
They're kids here.
Seems like he's a fan of being naked with his hair out.
This is a family
He even
event.
braids his
Okay.
back so that people can see it.
It's impressive.
Oh, he has his wife do it.
He has a wife?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Halen's not married.
No, but also
this is
Justin.
You hear the ringleader come over, like, well, I guess we all saw a little bit more than we all wanted to see, but luckily we won't be seeing much more of anything because next is the stealth course.
I'm gonna walk in backstage to the stealth course. Oh my god, this guy again.
Charvalka, you're feeling mighty proud of yourself and mighty confident from your first place obstacle course.
Very modest, though. I have a laser focus, a very specific goal in mind. And for those watching, Charvalko looks a little bit different for the stealth course. For the obstacle course, he had some just nice knee-high black boots on, simple black linen pants, and a black tunic. For the stealth course, he has the addition of a very beautiful, deep black cloak. And it has, if you look at it closely, it has a depth to it, almost like you're looking at the stars. There's just a depth that goes to it, and it billows magically on its own. He also has a deep black, bluish, purplish velvet hat, like a wide brim hat with a small leather cord around the top. Depending on which way you look at it, you might get black or blue or purple, but very dark, very stealthy, shadowy, kind of dark sky colors.
I walk up entirely too close to him in the line behind and just stand there. I look at Char with camaraderie and then remember I don't like him.
You hear the ringleader bellow across the crowd. Next up is our stealth course. All of our rogues are sneaky little spies. This is your time to shine. We have set up a course. We have one person with perfect eyesight. If this person happens to see you, you're out. But if you make it across the entire stretch of the arena without being seen, first one across gets first place. Second one across gets second place. Third one across gets third place.
Is that how it works?
Stealth course mechanically is going to work like this. There are going to be 3 dex checks that will determine how quickly you get to the end. Your dex total will determine your score, much like your obstacle course. The 3 rolls will count towards a total. After each dex check, there will be a stealth roll. You'll have to beat a certain DC stealth roll in order not to be seen. There are multiple obstructions that you can kind of hide behind as you're moving through the field. But if you fail that stealth roll, you're seen. You stop there. Whatever your total is your total. But if you roll all 3, you get a bonus of 20 extra points to your total score. Are we ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
Ready to roll.
Roll
So the first one is just Dex.
is just X.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Got a natural 1.
Oh,
For a total of 5.
I got 9 though, so it's not that
The
bad.
obstacle
So
course
does that mean
started
he
and
has
he
to-
let it rip.
He didn't go as fast.
My cloak billowed and caught the wind and just kept me in place.
Yeah.
He just flies. Charvalka just flies.
I lifted off the air for a second and then landed.
With a thud.
I got 9.
It would make sense that you might not make it to one of the one of the walls, the hidey walls, to get away from the person, the spotter, so to speak. So I'm going to give you a -2
Or
on
or just
Not disadvantage. I won't do him that dirty, but going to give you a -2 on your next stealth roll.
Okay. That's fine.
That's going to be
Just
my
so you know,
mechanic on the
Justin,
fly.
that puts me
there.
on
Shut it down.
equal
Shut it down. I
footing
know.
with
I
you.
know. I can do that. You said you had an 8. I have a 6. I understand. You son of a.
And you slide into one of the boxes, hoping to get away from the spotter as he turns. Roll a stealth check.
Got a 3. Plus 6 is a 9.
You see he points a finger directly at
No!
Valko, and a beaming bit of red light paints you. Like you're just painted red, just like blood splatter or caught completely red-handed. You're cut off
I'm
there.
out.
You're out.
Fuck!
You get a participation trophy.
I get the participation trophy.
As soon as the stealth thing started, his cape like sabotaged him and just ruined the whole thing.
Oh, his hair popped out when he was trying to slide around.
Yeah, everything was tucked into his cape, and his cape went flying, and then everything.
Wait.
Just covered.
No, I actually.
I got the natural 1 at the beginning. I would have gotten inspiration. I can re-roll this.
I'll give you a re-roll on your. Oh, you lucky dog, you. Oh, you lucky dog.
The same number.
I got a 5 plus 6, 11.
There's a point directly at you.
Damn,
and
that's a high DC.
So here's the deal.
That's a
The
high
reason why he got seen was because I got an 8, and when he was about to make it, I just grabbed that cloak and pulled him back with me because I was falling.
What did you roll for your stealth?
8.
8? Oh, man.
So since I wasn't making it, he wasn't making it either.
8 total?
Yeah.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Now you see the spotter. He's just up on his pedestal, and he just moves his finger just slightly. To
I just
the
didn't
right,
want him to
and-
ever. I didn't want Char to
Wow.
ever win another one. So I pulled him down. Suck it.
I kick you in the face and I walk off.
Good luck.
Surprisingly, none of the refs saw that either.
Oh, what? What? Oh, no!
Yes.
He pulled both of you. You both get spotted. You are disqualified from the rest of the stealth course.
I walk up to Van Lichtenstein, I spit in his face, and I walk off like a big loogie, directly in the face. And
I dodge it. I'm dodging that.
Yeah, give me an attack roll and
attack
Oh
roll.
shit.
attack roll for loogie.
What
Was this count as an
attack bonus
improvised
is-
weapon?
Attack bonus is plus dexterity, I think.
Attacks for yours, yeah, for a
It's a-
ranged attack,
it's
it's
a
a ranged
ranged
attack, so it would definitely be a dexterity.
I got a 13.
Yeah, what's your your armor class?
14.
Oh.
14. So that will not hit you.
You dodge.
You dodge it.
Dude, you try to knock a loogie like
You-
a foot
you-
in front of my face.
You hear the back hole just and
Please tell me it hit
and
the other guy.
It hit Mumble Man in the background,
The other guy.
just right between the eyes.
Okay,
the other
then
guy is pissed.
I try and kick
He's
him.
like, guys, look at my participant. Hey!
I try and kick him in the balls.
Dude, how many attacks do you get in a row?
Yeah, he's totally level 1. He doesn't
Dude,
get extra. He
he's
doesn't
just
get
gonna
extra
miss
attacks.
and then do another one and then miss and do it. Like every time he misses, he's gonna keep doing another one.
You're gonna have to roll an initiative on this one.
Okay.
Am I anywhere near?
I was just about to say, can you roll me a perception check melee?
Ooh, I have. Well, it's gonna be a dirty 21.
You saw like him start to get up in his face, and you immediately started walking towards them, knowing something was. You've seen enough bar fights to know, okay, something's about to
To be clear,
happen.
I haven't said a word, and also all I did was dodge. I didn't try to attack back. All I did was move to the side.
Yeah, I'm attacking you.
Oh, you're attacking Halen.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. That I was trying to kick him afterwards. Kick him in the balls after.
Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Halen.
I got a dirty 20
Dirty 20.
for initiative.
One.
I got 22.
There is no double inspiration, unfortunately.
Oh, but can I use my
You
inspiration?
could use it if you want to. Yes.
All right, I think I use my re-roll my initiative.
Daggers for sale.
Okay, so 13.
13.
Whole box for $3.99.
Dirty 20.
22.
22. Oh, okay.
Get your pitchfork.
Participation, homeboy, got a 15.
Participation.
He took it in the face, bro. Is he about to get in the nuts too? Am I dodging to the side and he's taking it full force? I just kick out over to the side, left foot behind.
He's like, yeah, I can't see. Oh.
You can use your action to attack after him or use it to defend yourself.
I don't want to attack back.
So I'll give you a +2 to the next attack roll that is taken on you, which is Charvalko. On to you.
Wait, is he just going to keep attacking me?
He's gonna keep missing.
Got an 8.
8. You completely hard miss. You miss him for the balls and kick the other guy right in the shins.
God.
Now, other dude's really fucking pissed at you, but after getting spit in the face, he's really pissed off that you just got a little kick to the shins. Does an 11 hit? Alright, he takes a swing, completely misses. That'll be on to you, Melee.
All right, so all right, I clearly move in on this whole kerfuffle going on here, and then I see that he's the one instigating the whole thing, and I kind of I'm not sure if the other guy's been convinced to attack this poor gentleman as well, but I interject myself, and I'm like, I see him, and I try to tackle him down just to subdue him, get him to stop just attacking people.
Go ahead and give me a strength check for grapple.
Throw him out with the naked guy.
Is it against my AC or do I need to make an opposed strength check?
It's going to be against. It's actually opposed strength for grappling.
I rolled a natural 16 plus whatever my.
Natural 16, and you had
12.
12. Unfortunately, you weren't able to restrain him.
I got a 17.
Yeah, you're able to wiggle, kind of wiggle out.
Too wiry.
Yeah, little bit, little too wired, little too limber
My
to
cloak
be able to
billows
get
in
a
her face.
Yeah.
yeah,
Distracting.
just you sneeze
I'm like,
because it feels like it just tickles your nose
Little
and
feather
just.
on the nose.
And I'm just like,
But you see one of the other guard, there was another guard that was in tandem with you. Fighting is going on tomorrow. We can handle the fighting tomorrow in the arena. Until then, please don't attack each other. Do we have an understanding?
We do. Thank you.
I tip my hat down and I walk off.
I'm going to go and zoom into Guni. What are you doing in the arena during the Tournament of Eris?
My plan was going to be to try and find a way in without getting caught. So I was going to try and infiltrate the games in hopes of finding somebody there.
You might have a middleman contact that you're trying to meet. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
16.
You are able to find him, and he looks to have saved a seat for you. He notices you. He waves you over.
I walk over and don't look at him. I just kind of am watching the games and I'm next to him.
I understand you were looking for some papers to possibly change your identity.
No, I think it's too late for that now.
You still on the run or not?
I mean, if I'm back in the city, I guess I'm not really on the run anymore, am I?
Well, it's a big city. You never know who might find you.
Is that a promise?
It's not a promise. It's just a possibility. Come on. I wouldn't have been asking you to meet me here if I wasn't going to try to help you.
I'm just busting your chops. Relax.
Right.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. Haven't seen you since the old country.
The old country. I gotta ask my sister, Ileana, any news? Like, at all?
It's been a while since we've heard anything about her, but last I heard, she was taking a boat out of the Imperial City to Port Tamlin. Now, you can charter a boat yourself. It'll get you there in 2 weeks.
Do you still know somebody who could get me the right credentials onto a boat?
Oh, sure. I know a guy down at the docks. Name's Gene Piskleberry. I'll go ahead and talk to him. I'll make sure that he gets you passage, and that nobody knows about it either.
And you said that there might be a city guard that I could trust, that I could get in contact with.
Might be difficult to reach, 'cause he's up on the higher ends, but I'm sure you heard of him. Name's Xavier Darlock. He's the captain of the Imperial Hall of Paladins. Now, don't get me wrong, yeah, giving you up to a captain of the guard doesn't sound like the best idea.
I'm just trying really hard not to get caught.
I need to go handle a few things, make sure that your passage is able to get through, and we'll talk a little bit more tomorrow. How does that sound?
I've already disappeared and I left a little shell, like a bullet shell, like a casing.
Yeah, he looks at the shell kind of perplexed. He pockets it.
I'm imagining this is an arena that has like those tunnels that lead out, you know what I mean? So I'm going to disappear into one of those tunnels and use disguise self to turn into a city guard.
You're able to effectively create a disguise over your person, and you look like another one of any of the Imperial City guards. I'm going to zoom out for one more time to Jeff Buffgate this time. Imagine you're walking around down the aisles. What's going on here?
I've got my cart. It's got like just all kinds of, it's got little armor pieces, weapons, daggers, and also there's like a section of my cart that's like full of nuts, and so I'm like and it, like on the side of it is a sign that says Buffgate's Buff Nuts.
Daggers and nuts here. Get your daggers and nuts.
Buff nuts. Get your buff nuts.
Hot buff nuts.
1 bag of nuts. I want a bag of nuts.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to I cast mage hand
Perfect.
to just send him some nuts.
So is it a bag or a sack?
It's a sack. It's totally a sack.
Sack o' buff nuts.
Wow, these are delicious.
Sack of nuts here. Just get your sack of nuts.
I love these warm, salty balls. Nuts.
And they're like 5 copper.
Oddly circular
and
nuts.
he's like kind of just munching down. Yeah, they're all right. They're kind of like, there's nothing really necessarily special, but like it's all about marketing, baby.
Like it's not too late to join the contest, folks. I'm like start like waving like weapons. It's like enter the fighting tournament.
You feel a tap on your shoulder.
I have like a handful of like sharp ass weapons as I turn around. What is it?
There's one of the Imperial Guards behind you. This is not the proper place. You do not have the proper permits to sell weapons out in the open. I cannot allow this to happen, sir. You understand?
Oh, I reach into my pocket, which is full of permits. I have permits coming out my ass in this city.
He uses mage hand to grab all of its permits out of his butt.
I want you to give me persuasion with advantage, please.
So permits from different cities, not the Imperial City.
All right, that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He looks at you hand him like 3 different permits just for the Imperial City, and he reads all 3 of them, and he's like, oh, you're that new shop that opened.
Yes, sir. And I am allowed to sell my wares within 100 yards of my shop. If you couldn't tell, Buffgates is 50 yards from the arena. Ergo, I am within 100 yards of my shop.
Shit. Guess you got me there.
Would you like some buff nuts?
He hesitates, but then he cocks his head to the side and decides, why not? Hey, do me a favor. Don't sell any of those to kids, would you?
What, kids can't enter the tournament?
He walks off, just shaking his head. So you hear the booming, echoing sound of the ringleader's voice echo through the arena again. Our next event will be the talent show. We have multiple different acts from around the sphere to put all of your performing works to ears. Now everyone, please give a large round of applause for our special guest, Justine Beaver.
I love you, Justin.
And
I
he's
want
like,
your babies.
Justine just, it's very humble little smile, and like, good luck, everyone, and may Tessia be with you. Suddenly, quiet seems to hush over the crowd as you notice everybody's heads start to look towards the sky. There seems to be this black line that stretches across the entire blue sky. As more and more people look up at it, the line grows wider and wider until just implodes and spreads across the entire day sky, immediately turning day to night. Shadows fall across the Imperial City. Shrieks begin to come out as a formless set of eyes appear in the middle of the sky.
My time has come. Soon, all will cower before the might of Krungle, or fall to my hand. Your belief that you are safe is but a mere illusion. My influence will cover the sphere in a new era of blight and shadow. My time has come.
And that is where we will end our session.
Once Upon a Die is Cody White as our DM, Jonathan Curran as Goonie Makeshift, Grace Lee as May Lay, Justin Tuthill as Halen Van Lichtenstein, Austin Wolf as Charvalco, and myself, Sean McCallan, as Jeff Buffgate. Music is licensed by Dark Fantasy Studios. Additional credits can be found in the episode description. Don't forget to check out our social media pages on Instagram and TikTok at Once Upon a Die, and our Reddit channel, r/OnesUponADie, where you can comment, post your theories, or if you just want to chat. We'd love to hear how we can make a better listening experience for you. Thank you for listening, and until next time, have some fun and roll some ones.